It's Madden NFL 24, and all eyes are on Javonte Williams. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. It's the Broncos and the Lions, and it comes your way next.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. Khalif Raymond now. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Well, the Lions offense getting ready to go to work here, and under center, a man whose career's been rejuvenated a bit as of late. And season number 8 now out of Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And there on your screen, Charles, the key inactives guys out this week.
And there's never anything good about any injury, but there's a silver lining to them, is that it creates opportunity for someone else on the depth chart. Will they take advantage of it with good play, or have they not prepared well, thinking they'll never get on the field, and they'll go out there and hurt their team?
Here's Goff. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. So the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his second season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
They run it with Perine on first down. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now, this defense for the Lions, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Trying for it with Perine. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. Running it with a fullback, Burton. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Up the middle, here's Pirine. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
Here's Pirine again on 2nd down. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Wilson now off the bootleg. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. They'll hand it to Pirine. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. There's Wilson to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Chris Manhertz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Raymond now on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. First carry now for David Montgomery. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. He gets him moving forward again with an 8-yard run, but they'll still be left with 14 yards to go on 3rd. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Back to throw, Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. A big play there for Detroit. And even 40 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's Goff. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Quick toss by Goff is complete. And the Lions are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Stop short, down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now it's Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Josh Reynolds. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So a passing touchdown on 3rd and goal from the 1. You like the play call?
I like any call that ends up as a touchdown.
I guess
of course, that's a really good call. But in this case, I liked it a lot because maybe they just didn't feel confident in running the football in that situation.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
P. Ryan again on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Wilson. That is caught. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Option here, they'll give to Pirine. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Now it's Wilson. And dropping it off underneath, here's Pirine. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Hand off here for Pirine. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Russell Wilson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that's a sight we feel like we've seen a lot over his career. But remember, for Russell Wilson, 3 in his first year as a Bronco last year and only 15 in the last 8 years. But he still knows how to use those wheels when necessary, and he takes care of business right there.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. On 1st and 10, Goff throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Samaje Perine of the offense heading back out there. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Wilson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It's a loss of 3 on what should be the final play of the first half. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Some very intriguing games in that early window, highlighted by the one going on at the Superdome. A big test for the Saints as they get set to take on the visiting New York Giants. The 4 o'clock games have some intrigue as well, especially up in Buffalo, where it'll be the Bills taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Finally, Monday Night Football, 2 of the most successful franchises of this new millennium. 8 Super Bowls between them, the Chiefs and Patriots from Foxborough. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They go play action with Wilson. He's got Burton here. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McLaughlin. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. So from the 37, here's second down and a yard. A toss play. Here's Pirine. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
First down, they go back to Pirine. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Here's Wilson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. There's Charles Harris getting home for the sack.
One of the best in the NFL, in no small part because of his running ability. But on that play, didn't matter to the defense at all. Nice stop for them, a feather in their cap for getting the sack and brought down one of the toughest guys to catch in the NFL.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Back to throw. Wilson. Under pressure, they got him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll take it just outside the... And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Goff. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Play action. It's Goff. Wright's got him. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, part of their struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on third down. But how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
Now Goff on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Khalif Raymond, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level.
So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Denver's offense now set to go. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
It's P-Ryan to begin the drive. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7, and the Lions will take over.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On second down, here's Goff.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on third down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench, not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They start on the ground with Pirine. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's Pirine again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson.
There's Manhertz, the tight end.
It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Play action. It's Wilson. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the 1st down.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And he will have the Broncos 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Again, here's Pirine. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson.
That caught by Manhertz.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Now it's Wilson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
The kick by Lutz is good, and they take a 17-14 lead.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Here's Goff. This one swung out to Montgomery. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this...
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
Drew Sanders able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
That's returnable now for Smith.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
The drive starts with a handoff to Pirine.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on second down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, then you stop that clock. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away.
So here's Goff and the Lions.
Down 17-14. A little under a minute 50 remaining. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Goff now to throw.
Able to complete it to Montgomery.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
Now Goff.
Pass complete to Green.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Goff's throw into the hands of Reynolds here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Goff. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now it's Goff.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. Here comes 2nd down.
Back to throw.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
Riley Patterson on. A lot of pressure on this kick.
4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
So the Broncos coming out now.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Now Pirine. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
97 yards rushing for him now to this point. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and a couple.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
That's into the hands of McLaughlin.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He'll get this out to his running back, Pirine. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Wilson will throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
2nd and 5.
Here's Wilson. And that one his first incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now Wilson.
That is caught.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
They run it with Pirine on first down.
Stop short, down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Pirine.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel. Came in full confidence, believed in themselves,